For over 125 years, there's been one constant in the city of Cleveland, and that's baseball. Since 1901, baseball has been the cornerstone of this city. Cleveland baseball has a rich history as one of the charter members of the American League, and they have been called the Bluebirds, the Naps, the Indians, and now Guardians. They have 2 World Series titles in 1920 and 1948, 6 American League pennants, and 13 Central Division titles. While the team has been there for the city has been there for the team, especially during the record-setting 455-game run of consecutive sellouts from 1995 to 2001. This special bond has made the Cleveland Indians and now Cleveland Guardians Charities the special foundation that it is today. Formed in 1989, it takes all of what the team gives on the field and continues to give in amazing ways off the field. Hello, and welcome to another episode of the Good Side of Sports podcast, where we highlight the good being done by athletes and organizations and all the good they're doing to give back. Today, we are taking our show on the road. We're here in Cleveland, Ohio, inside Cleveland Guardians headquarters, where you'll find the Cleveland Guardians Charities. And today I'm joined by Penny Forster, Senior Director, Community Impact. So Penny, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having me. Thanks for coming to Cleveland.
No problem. Thank you for having us. And for me personally, it's super special because I've been Indians and now Guardians fan for 50 years. So this means a lot to me for sure. So Thank you again.
Yeah.
So it sounds like you guys have been, from our correspondence, on quite a bit of a run here. Last 6 weeks or so. It's been a little crazy.
6 weeks. We've had all of our major fundraisers, so now they're all out of the way. We can get back into the routine of the season. So
Okay.
we're excited, but everything was great.
I was watching the game on the 9th,
Tuesday,
the Give-a-thon, and last time I saw the total was up to 170. What did you guys end
we
up
ended
at?
up around 182.
Okay.
So fans were incredible. We had a lot of support, and it just helps us do even more in the community.
Yeah, that's crazy for a one day event to raise that much. What would you say is your biggest event yearly? Is that
It's become probably our golf outing as a singular event.
okay?
Obviously, our 50/50 that runs every single night in the ballpark is a big one for us too. But from an event standpoint, it's probably our golf outing. We moved to Firestone last year.
Okay.
So it's been a really popular move for us, and we've had great success the last 2 years, and we'll look to continue to do so.
What did you think that one brought in?
We are about $350,000 raised at our golf event.
Okay.
So it's a great one. A lot of our alumni come back and participate. We had a lot of current guys this year participate, so it's always a good time. And our fans and season ticket members love it.
Who's the best golfer on the team? Would
On
you
the
say?
current team,
Yeah.
I'm not sure about the current guys because they all try really hard, but they swing a golf club, but they swing a baseball
Yeah.
bat. I don't think it's the same.
It's not.
So I don't think our current guys, there's nobody that's like killing it out there.
Okay.
From an alumni standpoint, Kenny Lofton takes it very seriously.
Okay.
We have quite a few alumni that do, but he's always the one with the glove and he looks very professional.
Nice.
So, yes.
Of bringing in all the money, what is the most top of mind category or initiative that you guys are doing now?
I think for us, for CGC, a lot of our dollars go back immediately into the community with our programming. So that's what's most important to us. So that might mean our RBI program. It might mean our play ball CLE program, which supports little leagues around Cleveland and the inner city and entering suburbs. Really, whatever we can do to continue to grow the game and provide access is where our dollars are going to go. We also, major projects related, we do field renovations around the city. As we all know, in Cleveland, Ohio, April, May not be baseball weather as much as we want it to be. So we need to continue to turf fields and bring those into better conditions so that they're playable on a much more consistent basis.
Yeah, we stopped by on the way up here to the Jim Tomey. I mean, it's amazing facility for sure.
Yes.
One of my friends' family lives up here, and they think they're part of your program because they have like free uniforms and
Okay,
all that's
yeah.
provided to them
Yeah.
and stuff like that. So
The
that's
RBI program, it's all covered by us, all expenses. So.
really what's the ages of that?
We now range our RBA program from 12U on the baseball side through college. We actually support the Cleveland State University Club baseball team
Oh,
and the Tri-C, which is Cuyahoga Community College, their baseball and softball program.
okay.
So literally from 12 to college, we've got kids playing within our RBI program.
Wow. So how many are in your department or?
My department, we're a small but mighty team.
Okay. All right.
There are 4 of us full time working on all of this. And then we've got a seasonal specialist who's incredible, an intern who's incredible. So small but mighty
Wow,
team. And
all
then
that was just that
yes,
many
and then
people.
our vice president is obviously a big key of everything that we do. But yeah, small but mighty team, we like
Yeah.
to say.
Does that include like the social media and all
All
that
of it.
stuff?
Yes,
Really?
we're running CLE Inspires, which is our social account.
Mhm.
So if ever anything's missing from social, it's probably because I was supposed to post it and
Oh,
I'm still figuring out how to do so.
oh, okay. All right. Yeah. Starting to do this, I understand what you mean. So
Yes,
it's like I'm always asking my daughters, like, how do I do this? What do I
exactly.
do here?
As the oldest member of the department, that's usually me.
Yeah. What players are most involved in
I would
what you do?
say we're very lucky in that for the last few years, especially our team, the entire roster has been engaged in what we're doing in the community. Obviously, levels of involvement may vary based on what's happening in the season and where they are and all of that. And I think for us, there's really two that stand out, to me anyways, one being Stephen Kwan. Everything he does is incredibly intentional, cares so much about our community, so much about Cleveland. Usually when I see him, the first thing he says to me is like, where can I help? What can I do? What do we
Really?
need right now? So he's always in tune with kind of what we're doing in the community world, and he's got his own program with his trust club, and so that's been a really good one for us. The other one is Jose.
Hmm.
He may not be as out and about as Stephen Kwan can be at times, but Jose truly cares about Cleveland. He truly cares about his hometown and Bonnie, and it's really important to him to give back in both. And he's proven that year after year.
Yeah, that's cool. So the city, did they get involved? Like ask you, like, hey, can we go this direction? Or
We're very involved with the city and the Cleveland Metropolitan School District. So those are two of our biggest partners in all of our community work. We cover the cost of all baseball and softball programming at the school district. So there's 11 high schools with baseball, softball. They were going to get rid of the sport about
oh,
25 years
wow.
ago. And the Dolan family, as they were buying the team, said we won't let that happen. So we've been covering the cost of that since. Same thing with City Rec. We cover the cost and resources for City Rec in Cleveland and all of the rec centers to have baseball and softball. All the fields refurbished are technically City of Cleveland property.
Hmm.
So we work in partnership with them on that. So yeah, they're very deeply involved with
Yeah.
us. I think there's a lot of accountability and things that we've worked on over the years, and it's gotten it to a good place. And they definitely come to us for support on different initiatives that they have started or want support on. And we go to them when it's time to figure out, okay, what's the next field we should refurbish because we want to make sure we're doing it where kids are playing.
Hmm.
So
How long have you been with the
I
organization?
have been with the organization for 25 years, but I've only been in the community space for about five and a half. So
Okay. It started in 89?
yes, the charity itself, I believe, was 89. And obviously we're kind of divided into two halves. So we've got our community impact team and the
Okay.
charitable arm. There's a lot of crossover and it's all the same four of us working on everything, but there's a little bit of separation in kind of how we tackle certain things.
If I know with the
Mhm.
Giveathon, there was a lot of fan involvement. Is there anything that they can do outside of that one event?
Absolutely. No, the fans have been amazing. And I think especially over the last few years, they've really picked up on a lot of the work that we're doing and want to be a part of it in whatever way they can. So I always say two things. Follow us on Steely Inspires if you're not already, because
Okay.
that's where you're going to see all of the amazing things that's happening in our community. And there's different ways to support by seeing those events that are coming up and that type of thing. And then if you want to make a donation, that's also amazing.
Okay.
We can always, there's online donation form, but also participating in things like our 50-50 when you come to the game. All of that money is going back to Guardians Charities and then right out into the community.
Is that something that you can do outside of being at the game, or is
You
it
can. Our
okay?
50-50 is online. As
Okay.
long as you are in the state of Ohio, you can participate.
Gotcha.
Yes.
Okay. Well, that's
Yes.
helpful. Okay. Is there any former players that are really come back in and do
Yeah,
thing?
really starting to get into that more and more lately. A lot of our alumni, we have an alumni ambassadors program. And so we've got different alumni that come back throughout the season for different events and occasions. And we're really starting to incorporate them into community events as well, especially some of the younger alumni because they were active in the community when they were here. So they want
Okay.
to do it when they return. So we're really trying to work those into, our youth camps and clinics and different events that we may have going on when they're here in town. So they're definitely getting involved.
Do you have any camp scheduled?
We have two camps a week from now
Oh,
until the end of summer.
okay.
Our youth camps are pretty popular. We're across the city. I think there's a total of like 30 some camps now. So 2 to 3 a week that are happening in different parts of Northeast Ohio. And It's become very popular and it's run extremely well by our partner organization that runs those for us.
Any players or former players show up to
Yes,
those too?
every week there's either an alumni or a current guy, depending on
Oh,
if we're on the road or not, that shows up at the camps and signs autographs for all the kids and talks to them for a bit. So it's a very cool
is
experience.
that something or is there a cost to it
There
or?
is a cost to those,
Okay.
um, because they're a 5-day camp, just like a lot of summer camps. But then we also do free clinics on occasion throughout the summer as well at some of the different fields that we've created.
Okay. So what are there's three main fields that when I was doing a little bit of research that I've seen. Is that those are the three? Is there any
There's
others besides those three?
there's also League Park, which we were a part of as well and continue to work with in partnership with League Park. That was where we originally played baseball.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we've Turf League Park, and then we have Jim Thome Field, CC Sabathia Field, and Jose Ramirez Field.
Hmm.
I can't get into too many details, but there will be more coming soon.
Okay, awesome. The same style, like a complex.
Very similar, but it's time for us to shift a little attention to softball.
Oh,
So
nice. Okay,
yeah,
well, that's cool. Yeah, my
absolutely.
daughter's played, so
Yeah,
that would definitely be great.
the girls need a home too, so we're excited about that.
Is there any event or story that has really stood out to you?
I think for me, there's so many different events that we've done in different situations where we've, stepped in and had impact. But I think one thing that comes to mind from a community standpoint is tied to Jose. When he signed not this most recent extension, but before that, it was very important to him that he gives back not only here in Cleveland, but in his hometown of Bonnie in the Dominican Republic.
Okay.
So we said, well, let's figure out how we can help you do that in both places. So that's when Jose Ramirez Field was created. We built that. He supported that. And then we've actually gone back to the Dominican twice with him. I was on one of those trips and we've done clinics and given out equipment to all the kids in his hometown of Bonnie, which I wasn't expecting how much baseball means to those kids already. It's
Yeah.
very different than here. When we have a free clinic here, for a lot of the kids, it might be the first time they're picking up a bat or a baseball. Not down there.
No. Okay. All right.
But it might be the first time they're getting a real solid bat. You know what I mean? So it was very cool to see that, to see the passion they all have for the sport, and to see Jose in that light because to them, he's just Jose. He's from our neighborhood. Like
Right.
he helps us out, he supports us, but they don't quite understand who he is here.
Okay.
But it's very cool to see that, and he obviously cares so much about both
Hmm.
his hometowns as
Right.
well. So
That's cool.
yeah,
Yeah, he's definitely a special individual.
yeah,
I mean, from contracts to just the way he plays,
yes.
it's, I mean, yeah,
The
it's,
kids learn a lot from watching him play.
yeah. And I think even the players on the
Oh yeah,
team
absolutely.
follow his lead and stuff like
Mhm.
that too. I don't know if you guys talk like other people in your position and other teams, like what's the relationship in Cleveland compared to other teams in their cities?
And I actually this morning we have a monthly call with our counterparts in Detroit, Cincinnati, and Pittsburgh.
Okay.
And I think for us, it's pretty similar in a lot of communities, but I think for us, we've been here, I mean, it's 125 years, right? We are truly a pillar of the community. So it's important that we give back and support the fans that support us for so long. But also just from a city relationship, um, I'm involved with a lot of different nonprofits that come to us for support. So I try to keep an understanding of what the needs are because
Hmm.
we're always changing, especially in a city like ours.
Okay.
So I think it's important that we're always plugged into that, do our best to be there and support when those different things arise. And the city's been great partners in bringing us to the table when we need or when they think we can be plugged in to help create change or impact too.
What is something that you think baseball is helping with something that's going on with the city?
It's a good question. I would say for us, I guess I kind of lean on our RBI program and what that's doing for kids, particularly in the city of Cleveland, providing access to them and opportunities that they might not easily have on their own.
Mm.
We know that the expense of youth sports is getting out of control in some
Mhm.
cases, especially baseball, softball. So whatever we can do to remove any of those barriers for the families that need that support, we want to do that because those kids deserve the same opportunity that anyone else has.
Sure.
So whether that be just being able to play the game, getting introduced to the game, or as far as they've played now all through high school and they want that college opportunity to play at the next level, we want to do whatever we can to support that and get them into the right programs and being seen by the coaches at the college level and all of that. So we want to make sure that we're providing those opportunities.
How many teams do you think you guys support?
It's hard to say team-wise. I will
Okay.
say this, with all of our programming together, the number is about 20,000 youth that are impacted by our work. When you drill down into individual programs, our RBI program is probably about 300 to 400 youth each year, depending on the number of teams we field. Some of our other programs are a little bit larger. Our Play Well CLE program, so we provide a grant to just about every little league association organization within the city of Cleveland and the entering suburbs, and along with some adaptive organizations as well that are providing adaptive baseball, softball needs. Um, so that program alone is about 3,000 youth. So
Okay.
when you start adding everything together, that
Mhm.
collective impact is about 200 or 20,000
That's
kids each
that's a
year.
that's a lot.
It is a lot. We are proud to say that there is not a baseball or softball game happening in the city of Cleveland that's not happening because of the support or resources we provided.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Some of my future guests do like the Miracle Fields down in Cincinnati. Do you have any programs
We
like
do. We
that?
have what the Miracle League here in Northeast Ohio is one of our partners in that adaptive sports
Oh,
program
okay.
mentioned.
Okay.
So yeah, we do a lot of work with them. We've got a couple really awesome adaptive programs in our Play Ball CLE. There's Empower Sports. There's achievement centers for kids and children. So there's a lot that we try to do because that's obviously important that they all have the same access to the sport too.
Right. Right. So what do you think in total? Is there a number that you've raised like since inception or
So I will say this. I think the number that we're safe saying right now, looking over 37 or so years of Cleveland Guardians Charities, we have probably put out, I think this is a minimum of $40 million back into the community. Um, I've actually asked that question recently of our finance team, so I want to try to figure that out as we approach our 40th anniversary.
Mhm.
So trying to figure out what that number is.
Right.
And some of our data doesn't go back as far as it should.
Okay.
But we think it's probably 40 million is a safe number to say right now.
And that primarily is it's a corporate sponsors and fan participation.
Yes, it's our partners for sure. It's our fans and it's our players that have contributed over the years as
Oh,
well.
they put money in as well. Who as far as corporate sponsors go, who is the major ones?
So for us, we have quite a few of our partners that have gotten involved recently. Colleague and Colleague Giving is a big one for us right now. They sponsored our Give-a-thon the other night. We've got many partners that are involved in our golf event. Obviously, that's a big one for them.
Mhm.
They can entertain and whatnot. Um, I would say, it's funny because I come from the partnerships world. That's the side of the business I was on for the first 19 seasons I was
Okay.
here.
Okay.
So we've been able to bring that over to our space a little bit more. We have a great partnership with Davy Tree, for instance, where we plant trees for every home run in our
Mm,
community.
okay.
So we can get pretty creative with our partners, which
Yeah,
is good.
that's good. You've mentioned the RBI a couple of times. Is that a specific age group or is it a level playing level or
Us, we look at it. It starts at 12U on the baseball side, and then 15U on the softball side.
okay.
Every team, so RBI is a Major League Baseball program. There are RBI teams across the world.
Mm, okay.
Most of them are tied to an MLB team, not all of them are. So as you'll see, it's a little different in every situation because some teams handle it a little differently. We took it completely in-house about 5 years ago. Um, and we've been it's really grateful for the growth in that and the impact that we see because we now have kids that are starting at 12 and then they're staying with the program all the way through college.
Okay.
Our intern this year, Leon, he came from the RBI program. He's a
Oh,
sophomore at Kent State, but he played RBI a few years ago.
okay.
So we're starting to see that. We have another RBI alum from our program that's working for the Red Sox in video production. So we're starting to see those kids get that love of the game at an early age,
Okay.
use it to get to the college they want to get to because they can get scholarships and whatnot, and then make a career out of it, which
Hmm.
is awesome.
Does the RBI team they travel
They
in
travel a little bit,
tournaments?
yes. So they mostly play regionally, I will say, for the
Hmm.
first part of the season, and then there's the MLB regional tournament every year where they're playing, the Reds teams and the Tigers and the Pirates and whoever else. And then if they win the regionals, they go to the World Series in Vero Beach, Florida,
Oh, okay.
which we've had happen quite a few times.
Yeah.
I think our softball team is one of the more successful ones in the United States. So that's always very cool to see. For a lot of those kids, it might be their first time getting on an airplane.
Huh.
So you get to see a lot of growth in them over the course of the season.
Hmm.
Um, which is a really awesome thing. It happens to always be early August, so it's the hottest time you could possibly
Right.
go to Florida.
Right.
So I mostly sit there and worry about hydration and all the
Mhm.
fun things, but they have the time of their life and meet kids from literally across the globe. So it's a really cool program.
Huh. The coaches, how do they get involved? Where do they come from?
Our coaches, all our staff, so we pay them, they're paid staff. Our coaches, a majority of ours have come from the RBI program.
Oh,
The
okay.
graduates of the program, they've now come back to give back to it.
Mhm.
They are college baseball coaches. We have a police presence on our coaching staff. We've got teachers. Like it runs the gamut. But they pour their heart and soul into this program,
Yeah.
and I can never speak enough about our coaches. Um, yes, they're good teaching baseball, softball technique, and they're great on the field,
Mhm.
but they're more about the kids themselves and making sure that their growth and maturity is there and that they're learning the things that we know baseball can teach.
Right. Right.
And truly like becoming a part of the family for those kids. We call our RBI teams a family, and you get that as soon as you start to meet them and the coaches and you see that family environment.
It's sometimes they don't maybe get that where they're coming from before they play,
Absolutely.
and then this fills a
Absolutely.
void for them
We
and stuff
have
like that.
coaches that I know are, picking a kid up to get them to practice
Mm.
because they might not get there if they don't. They're making sure they've got lunch when practice is over. Like there's a lot of those little things that they don't even often tell us.
Hmm.
But it's just because of how much they care about the kids, which
That's
is truly all I care about. So
right.
that's
Right.
amazing.
That's good. I know the last 6 weeks have been crazy, and is there anything left to do?
It's funny. We have this like deep breath now that our major events are over, but it's just meaning now that we're back more into our routine events.
Okay.
So, like I said, summer camps are going on. RBI is really just taking off right now. Tryouts were at the end of May, so now the teams are just ramping up. So we have a lot of RBI stuff going on.
Mhm.
All of our normal game programming and things that we have, you'll see some one-off fundraising type things going on for Guardians Charities, and then just all of our programming. So we take a breath, but
Right.
it doesn't stop.
What nonprofits are you currently engaged with as far as for funding and stuff like that?
So there are a ton, and I like to kind of educate on this a little bit because I think it's confusing to a lot of people. So I've been trying to get better at educating on this.
Okay.
For Guardians Charities, all of our grants are very specific in the space of growing the game and youth support. So a lot of our philanthropic dollars that go into different nonprofits in Cleveland actually come from the team side and the community budget from the team side. So it's not so much grants as much as sponsorships of events and that type of thing. So on that side of things, I kind of put on a different hat
Okay.
and look at things a little differently. For us, there's obviously some organizations we've worked with for a long time that we continue to support because of the incredible work they're doing in our community. There's awesome relationships that we have, the senior leadership and ownership level, so different orgs that we might support for that. There's other things that we want to be able to step in and provide support when there's a dire need. So whatever might be happening in the city, whatever might come up. A good example of this a few months ago when the federal shutdown was happening, SNAP benefits were ended for a short time. The Greater Cleveland Food Bank came to us and said, listen, you're one of our normal yearly supporters. Would you mind doing more this time? We're looking for.
Huh.
So those are the types of things that we try to plug into when we can.
Mhm.
But there's a lot of, I think Cleveland has like the most nonprofits per capita than any small city in America. So there's a lot of incredible organizations doing a lot of amazing work. So it's always a hard part of my job is to figure out where we can best fit in and
Right.
support and provide financial resources where we can.
You said early on, like that Cleveland's baseball's been a pillar of the city for so
Yeah,
long, and it's amazing. I mean, you guys do a great job, like front office wise, what you do and stuff like that. And it's not a huge market,
yeah,
but you do so much with what you
exactly.
get. So
Small but mighty.
that's right. That's right. That's right.
But no, I think it's important for us to be able to give back and provide support where we can. And so that's our focus. And I would say we don't do anything transactionally. That's also important to us. So if we're going to support an organization, it's more than just writing them a check. I want to know other ways that we can plug in and support as well.
Right.
So we have those conversations early on.
And that concludes our show. So tune in next time where I'll bring you another fantastic organization supporting a great cause. And remember, show your good side out there, everyone.